Hello everybody, it's Jacqueline, JWM Minimal, and I am doing a quick update of my vlog. So yeah, I've been promising you guys a lot of stuff and it's coming, I promise. I have lots of things lined up to film or video tape, whatever you call it. I actually worked on several feature films way back in the day, Jackie of all trades. But, I love video and filmmaking and stuff, but it's not an area, it's more like something I like to do. It's not anything I'd want to have a career in. Um, but I do like YouTube and I do like sharing information and looking at other people's YouTubes because, I don't watch television per se. Every once in a while I'll turn it on, but it is so something. I don't know what the word is. And the realer the YouTuber, the better for me because I like to see like authenticity. Anyway, I got off a little bit of subject. There's a couple of things that I have in the works for you guys that I'm going to be working on. Part of my challenge, and it's me procrastinating, is getting a tripod and another way to hold for my camera to be held besides my hands. And then I have this carport thing that I can stick in the in one of the crevices in the car and hold it up if I'm driving. But I really need a decent tripod, and I need the kind that you put over your shoulders because there's a couple of things I want to uh, film, video, whatever you call it, and show you guys. I am working on my budget. Next week, my daughter, myself, and my two grandsons are going to be driving to Canada. So we're excited about that. But, and I'll definitely be, I will definitely be, documenting that. And I'm not sure, depending on like our range and whatever kind of if our phones are able to capture the satellites, we will upload and put it up ASAP. If there's a delay in me posting anything to YouTube, it's because my why am I drawing a blank? I'm a little sleepy. It's because I'm not getting a good signal is what I'm trying to say. I was up very early. I just took my grandson to get some work done on his braces or whatever. And when I have appointments early in the morning, I tend not to sleep very well. I went to sleep and I slept, but I didn't sleep well. And even though I have the alarm set, I get up every morning at the same time. It's like 5 or something in the morning, and especially when the sun comes up early. I can't say summer because it's like 50 degrees here in Milwaukee. So it's supposed to be summer. It's June 13th, but it's only 50 degrees and it's cloudy. So when the sun comes up early, I wake up early, and the sun's coming up really like 5 in the morning. So I'm usually like mentally awake, and but I just didn't get a good restful sleep, knowing that I had to get up early and take him to his appointment and then take him to work. My 16-year-old grandson, he's been working since he was 14, and now 16 years old, he got a girlfriend. He wants to buy a car and he's a 16-year-old young man. So we have to treat him differently. We have to treat him like a young man and not a baby. So I had to take him to his appointment, but I told him when I dropped him off at work, I'm like, pretty soon, me or your mom aren't going to be dropping you off anymore. You'll just be driving yourself. That was the only time I got a smile out of him or a rise, because the kid never talks. He never opens his mouth. He answers his questions with 2 words, not a sentence. He's a really super cool dude, really nice, respectful, just a wonderful young man, my grandson. But the kid never talks. And I can't say anything about that because when I was younger, I never talked. Like, you had to pry words out of me. So I can't say anything about that part of his personality. But when I told him, when the next time he goes to work, it probably won't be until next year because his job is only for the summer. And he plans on getting a car after that because he'll be 17 at the end of the year. So that's going to be his birthday gift, is buying himself a car with me and mom and whoever, all family members contributing to that situation. So he did get a smile, and he had more of a upbeat personality when I told him, you are going to be taking yourself to work, man. We are not going to be dropping you off anymore. He was so happy about that. So that's what was going on this morning. It's cold outside. I cannot believe it. I'm at the park. I did drive here because I just dropped him off at work. And I was on my way home, but, just to go in the house. I don't have any appointments today. I do have some work to do. So I have my own business, consulting business. And believe me, it's always something. Those of you who have emerging businesses, there's always a struggle, always cash flow issues or whatever. So before I go in the house and start actually working on some projects that I got going on, one is one of the contracts I have to do some things there, but I am going to be putting in a few hours at least on my planning and on my schedule. So I'm going to go back to the conversation I started. I need to buy a tripod, and I have to stop waiting to buy a tripod because I have several things that I'm going to be presenting to you guys. And one is my budget and budgeting, especially with my income is so not stable. Just not stable. And I have to do better at that. And I have to plan it. I'm a planner. And then the other thing is some really cool recipes that I'm planning on, showing you guys and posting. Way in the beginning when I first did this YouTube experiment, this was last year, I think, I actually juiced. I had just bought a juicer, and I was really wanting to experiment with it, and I juiced some fruit and stuff like that. So I'll be doing some more juicing videos. I have a NutriBullet or whatever. I might put some stuff in there and try it out. Talk about recipes. I was at the dental office, and there was a magazine, I forgot which one, had some really cool information in it. I'm gonna have to look it up online. And they had some super duper neat recipes in there they were salads, but they had a lot of variety to them. And it's something like if you were a van dweller or, not using traditional stoves and stuff to cook, these would be some really cool recipes. And I have to remember what magazine it was and go online and see if I can find those recipes, because I want to do at least a recipe a month, but I'm really planning on doing more than that. Like if I can squeeze in two recipes in one video that doesn't take forever, I will be doing that. So that's what's happening. I don't want to wait too long before I even just check in with you guys, because it knocks you off of your not your square, but your consistency. So I want to make sure I'm consistent. Again, I basically woke up, washed my face and stuff, and went in and got the kid and took him where he needed to be. So I'm still sleepy, and my hair is the way it is, and I look the way I look. That's all I can say. So anyway, I appreciate you guys joining me. I'm blessed. I mean, if I could tell you, I'm blessed. And actually, this woman I met with yesterday, and I'm gonna finish this video. I manage that building that I mentioned to you guys. I'm the steward of this beautiful historic building, and my office address is there. And there's several other, it's a co-work space. And I met with a new tenant, and she told me her story. It was just so beautiful about her life and the struggles and things that happened to her. Just my mouth was open. I didn't come from wealth or, this and that, but the life she led was crazy. And now she's doing well, and she got out of it, and her mind is great. it was just such a beautiful story. Maybe she'll let me show that one day. I just, she was crying. I was tearing up, of course. I'm an emotional individual when it comes to certain things, especially with people's lives. So she started tearing up. She said, I can't tell this story without crying. And then my eyes got all watery. And it was just a beautiful story. And I was just proud of her to make it through such trauma, because my daughter, my youngest one, sent me a video of one of her friends. And this young lady, is probably 27, 28 years old. And her story is just tragic. Oh, my heart just hurts when I think about it. Just tragic. The trauma the young lady went through, my daughter's friend. She went to middle school with her, and mostly middle school, but they communicated up until like the first year in high school, my daughter was telling me. But this video of her is just sad. And I thought to myself, there's something that happened to that kid that put her in that position. And I asked my daughter about it, and she told me her life was just hell. And the systems failed her. So when I hear like triumphant stories and things like that, I don't know. We just got a lot of work to do as human beings. That's all I got to say. So I'm grateful. My family have issues. We all have things go on, but I am just blessed and grateful and appreciative. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the people that have subscribed, the ones who you're going to encourage to subscribe, the conversations we can have, the likes, and also the comments. I appreciate those as well, and I look forward to them. So thank you very much. This is Jacqueline JW Van Minimal. I appreciate you. I'm grateful. I'll see you on the other side.